Hey, Honey Badger here. This is going to be kind of a weird DIY video for me. Um, y'all are used to seeing me show you actual equipment that I've been working on. But this was a Samsung range repair that I did, and it was at a tenant's house, and they were present in the house, and I didn't really feel comfortable just, doing a DIY video in front of them. So I'm just going to kind of go over what I did to fix it. I think this will be useful for some people that are seeing the same thing. So I will show you a video of the symptoms. What was happening and what he described was that any of the bake or broil or any of the options on the front panel, top left display that controlled the oven, he would select one, he would hit start, and the display would just go wonky and for about 3 or 4 seconds and then reset. And I'll show you a video of that so you can see exactly what was happening and if this is happening with your range. And so I went over there and I took the back off and was doing a bunch of diagnostics. Came down to thinking my best guess was that it was the display board, and so and which it was. And so I'm going to show you here. Well, first I'm going to break, and I'll show you the video. Okay. Um, like I said, I pressed one of the buttons, then I press the start button, and then the display goes bad. And it looked to me like the processor on that board was resetting because it would go back to 12 o'clock, like it had lost its power somehow. So I think maybe there's a problem with the power supply or something on that board. Um, Here I'm going to show you the serial number of the oven. You can find it by pulling out the bottom drawer, and it's going to be on the left side of the oven frame when you look at once you open the bottom drawer. Okay, um, like I said, I highly suspected it was the display board, and so I ordered one of those. I've actually found it on Amazon for about $125. I can't remember exactly what it was. Um, and so this here, I'm going to show you what the part number of the board is. And you already saw the serial number of the oven that I repaired, and I think this may apply to a certain family of ovens, but it was a NE59R6631SS/AA. So probably like the NE59R6 series or something. Your oven might fall in this category. But the way you can see is just look and see if the board looks like this board. This is the board I took out and brought back with me, and that is what needed to be replaced. If you want to be absolutely sure and verify the part number of the board that you're replacing, if you look on the back, you will find a sticker, and on this one it's got 06 followed by the part number, DG 9201069B along the bottom. So that's where you can find the part number of your board. Make sure that you get the correct replacement. And I will show you a picture of this installed in the back. It's a very simple thing to replace. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take off the top panel on behind the oven, which is the one right behind the the control panel. It's got 5 screws, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 1 on top. You will remove that. It fits into some slots on the bottom, so when you put it back, you gotta get it back into those little slots and then put the screws back on. But once you have that off, this will be exposed, and there will be, on mine, there were only 3 connections. There is this connection here, which goes to the display. This connector here, which goes down to another PC board on the bottom part of the oven. The larger back panel. It's behind the larger back panel. And then this is the connection for the display. And I'm sorry, this is the connection for the display. This is the connection for the keypad, which is like a flex cable. And the way that you remove that is you pull up on this. See how it slides? You pull that up and you can pull the cable out. And then when you're replacing it, just make sure you get the cable all the way back in, and then just push that back down. And that's how you replace that. These guys have a little tab. You squeeze and pull. Just squeeze the connector and pull them out. So, and the way that this is attached, it's inside a frame. You do not need to remove the frame. There is 1 screw attachment down here in the lower right corner. In the picture I'm going to show you, it's obscured by a cable bundle, but you can just move that out of the way and remove this screw. And then what you can do is reach up here along the frame. You can get your fingers here and here on both sides and just kind of pull this out away from the frame on top, and then you can slide it up because it fits in a couple of little slots, I would call them, on the bottom side here. So just pull it up enough to get it not far out, like maybe a 1/4 inch, and then just kind of work it out of the slots, and then do the reverse to put it back. Hook up the 3 connections, or if you have more for your oven, hook up all the connections, and put the back on, and you're going to be good to go. I mean, that fixed it. Make sure you unplug the oven before you do any of this, of course. It is 240 volts, so yes, do unplug the oven before you do this work. But that's really all you need to do. It literally took me 5 minutes to do this repair. So hopefully this will help you, save you some money if you encounter this kind of a problem with your oven. Like I said earlier, there's 2 boards. There's this board, and then there's also a main PCB, which has the incoming power and the relay control for the cooktop and the various heating elements. And there's the 2 boards communicate with each other. They use a serial communications protocol to communicate with each other. But anyway, for this particular problem, this is what fixed it for me. I think it's going to be what will fix it for you if you're seeing the same symptoms. So hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.